All right, hello everybody. It's story time with Teacher Gabe. Today we are reading Curious George and the Dinosaur by Margret and H.A. Reyes. Jimmy's class was taking a field trip to the museum, and George was going along. "We're glad to have you, George," said Mr. Chauncey, the teacher, "but don't get into trouble." At the museum, Mr. Chauncey began to explain one of the displays. "These rocks are millions of years old." The students weren't listening. "This is boring," said a student. "It sure is," said another. "When is lunchtime?" asked a third. George wandered off. He didn't find the rocks very interesting either. I don't think monkeys find rocks very interesting most of the time unless they're going to throw them. But in the next room, George saw something very interesting. It was a huge skeleton. What a long tail! It was too much for George to resist. He stepped over the rope and jumped onto the tail. He climbed down, then he climbed up. He climbed up and up until he reached the skeleton's head. Just then Mr. Chauncey and the class came into the room. "Look at that dinosaur," said Jimmy. "And look at George," he shouted. "Ride him, George," cried a girl. The guards heard the noise. "Get down from there," ordered one of them. "I'm going to get the director," said the other. George was scared. "Is that how they rode dinosaurs in the old days?" a girl asked Mr. Chauncey. "Well, no," he said. "Tell us more about the dinosaurs," someone said. George was curious. What was a dinosaur? "Well," said Mr. Chauncey, "the earth was once full of huge creatures like this." Suddenly, the director of the museum came charging in. "What is this about a monkey on our dinosaur?" he asked. "Guards, get that monkey down before he causes any damage," he ordered. Poor George, there he was, on top of a dinosaur and no place to hide. "Just a moment," said Mr. Chauncey. "George was a great help to me. He got the children interested in dinosaurs." "We wouldn't have listened," said a boy. "It's so interesting," said another. "I want to come back again," said a girl. "Well," said the director, "I can see that our dinosaur isn't damaged. We'll forgive him this time." "You can come down, George," he called. Oh, it looks like he just jumped right down. "Hooray!" the students shouted. Mr. Chauncey said, "I have to thank you for making this visit an interesting one, George. But next time, promise not to ride the dinosaur." When the bus stopped in front of George's house, the man in the yellow hat was waiting. "I'm glad to see you, George," he said. "I hope you kept out of trouble today." All right, and that was Curious George and the Dinosaur. Have you ever seen a dinosaur skeleton, Mr. Michael? I don't think I've ever seen one up close. Bears See Colors. All right, this is our next book by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. Oh, I gotta rotate this one second. All right. Mouse and Bear are walking. They are chitter-chatter talking. So much for them to do, and the bear sees blue. Blue flowers by the trail, blueberries, blue pail. Blue, blue everywhere. Can you spy blue with bear? Where did the bear find a pail out in the woods? Along the trail hops Hare. Howdy do there, Mouse and Bear. Hare points up ahead, and the bear sees red. Red blossoms, red cherries, red juice, and raspberries. Red, red everywhere. Can you spy red with bear? They're rolling around in the flower beds. They're going to squish all the flowers. Badger's at the pond with his old galoshes on. Look there, Badger bellows, and the bear sees yellow. Drippy sticky, oh so yummy, honeycombs with yellow honey. Yellow, yellow everywhere. Can you find it just like bear? I don't think the bees are going to be very happy that they're going to eat the honey. Gophers out with mole, they're on a little stroll. Bear spots them by the stream, and the bear sees green. Green mint for making tea, green and tasty sweet peas. Green, green, everywhere. Can you spy green with bear? A lot of the green just looks like grass to me, but I see green. I think it looks like apples up there on the tree. Raven, owl, and wren lay a picnic in the glen. The friends all gather round, and the friends see brown. Chocolate cake, brown and sweet, brown cookies, such a treat. Brown eyes, brown hair, friendly fluffy brown. Where did they get chocolate cake and cookies out in the woods? Bear, colors, colors everywhere. Can you find colors just like bear? They have blue fish, and it looks like they have the brown cookies and the yellow honeycombs and the green apples in a basket back there. They have red raspberries, I think those are. All right, and that was Bear Sea Colored. All right, next we have Sheep in a Jeep by Nancy Shaw. Did you get a haircut, Michael? You're looking good, bud. Beep, beep, sheep in a Jeep on a hill that's steep. Uh-oh, the Jeep won't go. Sheep leap to push the Jeep. Sheep, sheep shove, sheep grunt. Sheep don't think to look up front. They're about to go down a hill. Oh no! Jeep goes splash. Jeep goes thud. Jeep goes deep in gooey mud. It's stuck in the mud, and so is one of the sheep. Sheep tug. Sheep shrug. Sheep yelp, and sheep get help. The piggies are pulling the Jeep through the mud. Jeep comes out. Sheep shout. Sheep cheer. Oh dear. The driver sheep forgets to steer. Oh no. Jeep in a heap. They ran into a tree, Michael. Sheep weep. Sheep sweep the heap. Jeep sale for sale cheap. Oh, they couldn't fix it. All right, and that was Sheep in a Jeep. All right, Mr. Michael, that was my last story to read. Would you like to do Jazzfly? All right. Let me see here. Let me just put the screen share. 1 second, but let me get it set. All right. I think this is, yep. All right, here we go, bud. To a frog sitting on a ball and asked the frog way to town. Zababazoo, zabazee, zabaroni. The frog didn't get the way the jazz fly talked. Ribbit the frog answered, ribbit, ribbit. To a frog in a bog. Zababazoo, zabazee, zabaroni. Oink, oink, oink. Can you oink like a pig, Michael? Zabazaboo, zabazee, zabaroni. Hee haw, hee haw. Baba zaboo, baba zee zabaroni. Woof, woof. See all the different animals in the limo, Mr. Michael? There's the piggy, there's the donkey, the dog. Oh, they have the frog on top there. I didn't see him before. All right. And that was all the stories I have today. Thank you for joining me for story time. I hope you guys have a good day.